Welcome, Capitol High School. This is Larry Bailey, your principal, and I'm here today to discuss with you the learning expectations for the 2021 students who opted for face-to-face learning. The first and one of the most important things that I want to talk to you about is the mandatory mask rule for all of our students. All students who did opt for face-to-face learning have agreed that they will wear a mask throughout the school day. And I brought mine to demonstrate to you that your administrators, your teachers, everyone will be wearing a mask throughout the school day. Whether you are in the classroom or in the hallway, in the cafeteria, wherever you are at, you will be wearing your mask. Additionally, students who decide they do not want to wear a mask, we do have policies in place. We'll be contacting parents, but if you have agreed to come to school, you must wear the mask. At this time, I think we're going to head out to the bus loop and we're going to talk to you about our drop-off procedures for each morning. Okay, we're ready out here now, ready to talk to you about drop-off times and drop-off procedures. Students will be allowed to be on campus as early as 8 a.m. Our buses will be dropping off close to 9 a.m., but parents who drop their students off, you are not to be on campus prior to 8 a.m. During those times, you will be able to go into the commons, the gym area, or the courtyard outdoors. The movement bell will ring at 9:15. So all students will begin proceeding to their first class of the day at 9:15, and then the daily tardy bell will be at 9:25. When we dismiss in the afternoon, we will run a staggered dismissal, which means we will call anyone who drives, any of the car riders that are getting picked up, they will be called at one time, and then each bus will be called as it arrives. We have to try to avoid large groups and large gatherings, so that's why we will operate on staggered dismissal in the afternoon. Now we're going to talk a little bit about breakfast, and typically when we talk about breakfast we would be standing in the cafeteria, but this year breakfast is going to look a little differently than it has in past years. This school year, breakfast will be delivered to all classrooms, and there will be enough breakfast in the crate for all students to eat. You'll be given about 10 minutes to eat in your classroom, so you eat, your teachers will help you pick up the trash, we'll get the room cleaned up, and then you will start first period instruction. But all breakfast this year will be served out of the first class period of the day.
Hi, my name is Ryan Carter, new assistant principal here at Capitol High School. I'm going to talk to you about the flow of traffic. In both buildings, all flow of traffic is going to go straight down. In the main building, the only way you can go out to the courtyard is through stairwell 5. During that time, make sure when you go outside, you're going to come up through the courtyard and you're going to come back through. Make sure that you dress accordingly, bring an umbrella, bring everything that you need in case it's cold or raining. When you come in the building, the first 3 stairwells you can only go up, and the last 2 stairwells you go down. You realize that every bathroom has a max occupancy sign, so this bathroom only has 2. When you're in there, that means you can only have 2 males or 2 females in at all, practicing proper hygiene, such as washing your hands and keeping social distance within the bathroom.
This is Daniel Ramazon, assistant principal at Capitol High School. We're talking about classroom dismissals. On our staggered dismissals between every class period this year, the even periods, the even classroom numbers will dismiss first, and on the odd class periods, the odd classroom numbers will dismiss first as well. We're in the commons area going to discuss how we're going to do lunches this year. With the exception of the first week, we're going to have 3 lunches, and they are going to be staggered during the day. One of the biggest things that we need to make sure we understand is the social distancing aspect while we are waiting in line to get our lunch. You notice in the commons area we do have X's for people to stand while they're getting their lunch. With each lunch period, half the students will be in the commons, the other half will be in the gym. And within each table, if you notice the table in front of me, we have a seat that's missing. Each one of these tables will have every other seat taken off to promote that social distancing while lunches are taking place.
COVID-19, should I come to school? If you have the following symptoms that include new onset of cough, shortness of breath, a fever of 100.4 or higher, chills, muscle pain, sore throat, fatigue, congestion, loss of smell or taste, diarrhea, vomiting, or nausea, you should stay home and refer to your primary care physician. If you have exposure to COVID-19 but no symptoms, you cannot go to school. If you have been diagnosed but have no symptoms, you also cannot come to school. This year, school health office visits will look a little bit different. I'm asking for students to stay in the classroom as much as possible in order to cut down traffic to the clinic when potentially sick people are there. If you need first aid assistance, your teachers should have some Band-Aids or limited supplies in the classroom to deal with this. Headaches, stomach ache, bug bite, or anxiety issues will also all be treated in the classroom for at least 20 minutes before referral to the school nurse office. In order to come visit the school clinic, your teacher will have a QR code they can scan with listed symptoms, and they will send this to the school nurse. When I am available to see a new student in the clinic, I will call the classroom and have you come down to the clinic.
Hi, I'm Dawn Grigsby. I'm a nurse practitioner with the Family Care Health Center within Capitol High School. We offer medical and behavioral health services to all students and faculty at Capitol High School. Shortly after the beginning of the school year, you will receive a consent and enrollment packet to take home to your parent to have signed and completed and bring back. We must have a consent form in order to provide services. Again, we are located here within the high school. We offer medical services, which include anything from a sore throat, you might have a cough, you might have a fever, just generally not feeling well. You can come to our clinic and we can see you, assess your problem, and provide diagnosis and medication if necessary. We do communicate with your parent prior to seeing you and discuss the plan of care. We work closely with Emily Moore, the school nurse, and we refer back and forth as necessary when students have a need. In order to make an appointment within our healthcare center, all you have to do is notify the office, talk with Nurse Moore, or you can come directly to our clinic to set up an appointment. It will be discussed with you how to leave the classroom and an appropriate time for your appointment so that we don't interfere with core classes. If you should have any questions, feel free to come to our clinic, visit us, ask any questions you might have, and take a look around. We look forward to keeping you healthy this school year.